Is brought to you by American Senior Communities.
The holiday season is not always merry and bright, especially for those who care for a loved one with dementia. Janine Kinsey is the Director of Social Wellness and Enrichment for American Senior Communities. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am very good. And, you know, of course, this is such an important topic for folks who are living with a loved one and caring for a loved one with dementia. The holidays can be a real challenge.
Absolutely.
What do you suggest? What's kind of like job one when you know the family's going to be gathering in for meals and there's lots of confusion? How do you get prepared for that as a caregiver?
The first thing is, in this age of COVID, it is important to remember that those living with dementia many times have complications that would make them susceptible to COVID-19. So keep that aware as you're planning your get-togethers. And then the next thing is to really think about routine. You know, those living with dementia do better when there's a consistent routine. So as you make your plans, think about how you can keep that routine the same. So, you know, if you're planning dinner, try to plan that around the same time that a person eats. Or if you're planning something late into the evening, someone might have to step away to have that person go back home to keep their bedtime routine. And then the next thing is traditions. So, you know, you can't always do everything the same, you know, when you're caring for someone with dementia, but you can pick some things that are really important traditions. So if it's something where your loved one always made a certain dish, try to make that happen, even if it's a little different, if you have to do most of it and they do the finishing touches. And then lastly, be careful about stimulation. So one of the things that happens with a person living with dementia is they have trouble interpreting, you know, sights and sounds around them. And think about, you mentioned how hectic and chaotic the holidays can be. So be careful to kind of limit those experiences for the person living with dementia to make it less stimulating and more calm to avoid a moment of upset.
So it's thinking ahead and planning ahead and knowing that person's daily routine.
Absolutely. And then the last thing that you can do is really manage your own expectations. You know, as you mentioned, being a caregiver is so challenging. And if you go into this thinking you want to do everything that you've always done, that's when things can be more difficult for you and more difficult for your loved ones. So really think about things that are important, just a few things, and make a plan around those, and it'll be much more successful.
Great ideas and great tips all the way around. Send our viewers to your website where they can learn more about American Senior Communities and the services you provide.
You can check us out at asccare.com.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more local lifestyles right after this.
This portion of Lifestyles is brought to you by American Senior Communities.